He who laughs at the madman is worse than a madman. You welcome, viewers, to the next episode. We're going to page 3 of the same PMP, but this time of September 8th to 10, like we started before. Uh, let's start, as usual, from the left-hand corner, from the left-hand side of the paper. Ordeal of a pregnant woman. Ordeal of a pregnant woman. 3 policemen in trouble. So let's see what happened. Uh, just at the time the Inspector General of Police, IGP, Nana Poku, is doing everything in his power to ensure discipline and good morals within the police administration, some officials are unfortunately bringing out their worst. Paragraph. 3 policemen, a chief inspector, a sergeant, and a corporal, whose names were not immediately known except for the sergeant whose name was given as Mr. Asante Elias Efo, who are stationed at Esofia in the Achuman Nwabija district of the Ashanti Region Police Station, are said to have badly attacked a 23-year-old pregnant woman, Madam Faustina Bonsu. Paragraph. The attack was so severe that Faustina gave birth prematurely. Oh my God. Paragraph again. One sentence paragraph. Okay. Paragraph again. From PMP's investigations, from PMP investigations, the policemen have regretted their action and are pleading with the victim's father, Mr. Bonsu, to let them settle the case amicably. Paragraph. At the time of filing this report, Faustina was still on admission at the Komfanochi Teaching Hospital, Kath, in Kumasi, Ghana. Okay. Paragraph. The medical report from the Kath doctors, which PMP laid hands on, added that Faustina was assaulted, which made her bleed profusely. She also had waist pains. An ultrasound scan performed on her showed that the victim had an incomplete abortion, into brackets, premature birth, of her 2-month-old pregnancy. She was admitted for some days since the condition was quite critical. Paragraph. The fact of the matter is that the victim allegedly picked a quarrel with one Esther Poku and one Faith. Sorry, it's Fati. I think it's Fati. And one Fati, both residents of the town. Following the quarrel, the 2 ladies reported the case to the Sofia police station, where Faustina Bonsu was arrested and charged with the offense. And finally dragged to court. She was fined 300,000 cedis. Paragraph. Information PMP gathered had it that on the day Faustina and her mother, Madam Chua Bonsu, were going to the court to pay the fine, they allegedly spotted the chief inspector, who called them for a word because Fati and Esther had again reported her. The victim asked the inspector to excuse her and her mother, so they could go and pay the fine and come back to listen to the details of her of a charge. Sensible, isn't it? Okay. PMP was told that when the victim asked that she be excused, the inspector was said to have rebuked her and ordered her to go to the police station to write her statement before things took a different turn. Paragraph. According to Faustina, who spoke to PMP on her hospital bed, before she had before she said anything, the chief inspector dragged her to the police station, and there he was joined by his other two colleagues, and they beat her up. I think this partiality, they might have some affiliation with the two women whom the pregnant woman and the mother were fighting. Probably. Okay. Paragraph. According to a reliable source, the three policemen, according to a reliable source, the three policemen slapped her and forced her onto a chair, and this made her this made her delivered of the fetus prematurely. Oh God. Paragraph. Mr. Bonsu, the victim's father also told the correspondent that he had spent over 4 million cedis on his daughter's health because of the assault. He intends suing the three policemen for violating his daughter's right. Paragraph. When the incident was announced on one of the local FM stations in Kumasi, the policemen were condemned outright by callers. PMP has learned that the three policemen have contacted the chief of Ohim, a town near Osofia, to plead with Mr. Bonsu on their behalf so that there will be an out of court settlement. They would soon be dragged to court to justify their alleged bad conduct by Ohene Foster, Osofia, Ashanti region. I say Ohene Foster is a fake name. That's not the name. I know him personally. Okay. Vicar General apprehends cashier. If that's another story, anyway. If you thought it was only policemen, if you thought it was only policemen and policewomen who caused the arrest of people who flout laws, you are wrong. In this particular case, a religious leader took the boldest step to bring a cashier to book. A 58-year-old cashier, Mr. Bafo Usujima, of the Kumasi Diocese of the Anglican Church, who allegedly dipped his hands into the coffers of his church and stole a whooping sum of 55.6 million cedis, has found himself in big trouble. Bafo Osujima, from PMP's investigations, is currently languishing in prison custody, and he is to reappear before the Kumasi Circuit Court at a later date to defend himself of the allegation prepared against him. His arrest and trial, according to a source, his arrest and trial, according to a source PMP spoke to, was initiated by the Vicar General, Very Reverend Festus Yebua Asuama, who detected a loss of 4 million cedis in Jime's book. This alarmed him and asked that an intensive audit be made, which found out that yet another sum of 51.6 million had been lost. In sum, 56.6 million cedis, all money meant for the church. Full stop. Prosecuting Chief Inspector John Affle on Wednesday, August 20th, that's 2023, said that a routine check on the cashier's book indicated that between the months of March and July, 4 million cedis had been lost. It was then that the Vicar General got suspicious and dug deep to realize that many millions had been squandered. The prosecutor further related that when Jima was asked to explain how that hack sum of money vanished, he allegedly told the Vicar General that that he was ready to sign an undertaking to refund the money, but his request was not granted. Let me spell hack sum. Hack here, hack sum spelled Hug. Mm. Where is it? Oh, where is it? Okay, let me go backwards a bit. The prosecutor further related that when Chima was asked to explain how that hack spelled Hug, he was he was ready to refund the money, but his request was not granted. Good. The Vicar General ordered he be arrested and was subsequently charged for the offense by Ohene Foster Kumasi. Okay, let's go to the next story. Girl strips naked before pastor. Huh? In those days, it was news. Today, it's not because pastors buff women. Hmm? Buff women and be giggling inside. Oh my God. Oh, they'll be giggling secretly. Okay. Uh, Girl strips naked before pastor. Of late, the residents of Kumasi, Ahinsan, have been witnessing a lot of miracles from the Aggressive Prayer Center, an affiliate prayer fellowship of the Christ Apostolic Church headed by Pastor Christian Edu Nketia. Full stop. The major miracle, however, which has shaken the residents of Kumasi and its environs, is how a 17-year-old Mami Efia revealed how she had caused many flirting men to become impotent and caused them to divorce their wives. Mami Efia, I remember the story, yes. Mami Efia, who charged the pastor to rush her to a radio station to tell her misdeeds to the public, also made an astonishing revelation that she was responsible for her mother's loss of her 7-month-old pregnancy. Paragraph. Not all, she also confessed that she caused lots of road accidents. According to the innocent-looking girl, it was her grandmother who gave her that supernatural power through boiled plantain. Many who heard her were shocked when she disclosed that she had powerful reptiles, which aided her in carrying out her diabolic deeds. She said she could even let men die after sex. Paragraph. Auntie B, Mami Efia's mother, who stays at Atonsu Agogo, a suburb of Kumasi, told PMP that she suffered a miscarriage not too long ago, after which she was advised to completely abort the baby. Auntie B related that after the abortion, she was at home tidying up the house when Ifya rushed to her crying. When she asked her what was wrong, Ifya dropped the bombshell that she was responsible for letting her miscarry her baby. Her reason was that she normally took out the fetus spiritually to, to preside over their meeting in the night, as a result of she as a result, she manhandled the fetus to the point where it couldn't survive anymore. Can you imagine? He was to take the fetus out of the woman and then return it. Very wonderful. Okay. It could not survive anymore. Paragraph. Auntie B went on further to state that Ifya became sorry for her action When she realized that her mother had terminated the pregnancy, it was therefore after that she revealed the source of her witchcraft. After her rather breathtaking confessions, she told her mother to send her to a pastor to help her cut links with the demonic forces. Her mother obliged and quickly sent her to the camp of the Pentecost church at Kumasi, Jinyasi. Is it Jigasi? I think it's Jinyasi. At Kumasi, Jinyasi. And finally, at the Aggressive Prayer Center, where she spilled the rest of the beans to the shock of all gathered. Sorry, I'm feeling pains. Okay. The shock of all gathered. Uh, Paragraph. The pastor said when the girl was handed over to him, he and one of the pastors applied anointing oil on her. And it was when they started with the prayers that she formally held her lower abdomen and then within seconds started struggling. Full stop. Then she stripped naked and finally tore the beads she was wearing around her waist. Her underpant was soaked with blood. Okay, this is a different. There's an understanding here is the girl who stripped naked. For some reason. The church had nothing to do with her nakedness. Okay, paragraph. After her show in inverted commas, after her show, she asked the man of God to send her to a radio station to make a public confession. Paragraph, last paragraph. Uh, she was prayed for and delivered. Full stop. It will be realized that in PMP's edition 548 of August 25th to 27, 2000, the same 2003, sorry, the same pastor, Christian Edwin Ketia, delivered a 12-year-old girl who also made horrifying confessions. By Ohene Pastor Kumasi. Let's go to the next story, can we? Strange old women exposed. Strange old women exposed. You can see them on their knees. You can see the picture. Uh, the people of Asoku Esiman in the Western region were recently thrown into a state of horror following a shocking revelation made by a 6-year-old girl on her sickbed. She called members of her immediate family and confessed to them that she has been practicing witchcraft. She added that her ailment would be difficult to be treated in any hospital since it was inflicted on her spiritually. Every single person by her bedside kept silent while her father urged her to carry on with her speech. Her mother mentioned her name as Nana Akrobutu. According to her, one of her seniors in the craft, Mami Ama Ntuaba, who also lives in the town, met her at a refuse dump in, in spirit and ordered her to bring her sister's child to be feasted on, but she refused to do it. Her refusal, according to the girl, made Mami Ama Ntroba made Mami Ama Ntroba hit her on the neck with a stick, and that began her woes. That's spiritually, I think, yes. Paragraph. Extremely stunned by the 6-year-old girl's revelation, her father and some of her uncles reported the case to Ochiami Kwamina Nuaku and some elders of the town, who summoned Mami Ama Ntroba to the chief's palace. She admitted that she admitted that all that had been said about her were true, and mentioned that she operated with 6 other witches and wizards. 6 other witches and wizards. The girl's family then asked her to cure the sick girl. She agreed to do so, but demanded a pig's thigh, hey, a pig's thigh, beef, mashed yam, mixed with palm oil, known commonly as eto. Full stop. All these, all these the little girl's parents provided because they wanted their daughter to be well again. Opanyin Kwabna Ntofu, sorry, Opanyin Kwabna Mfoju allowed Mami Ama Ntroba to sleep with his daughter in the room till the next day, but the girl grew worse. According to Nana Nkrobotu, Mami Ama Ntroba slapped her several times during the night because because Nana Nkrobotu had disgraced her. When the sick girl's parents confronted the older witch, she said the slapping was part of the healing process. Kai! However, she she did no, sorry, pardon me. Whatever she did in the spirit world is not known. But a 6-year-old girl, but a 6-year-old couldn't live anymore. Oh, so she died. Ntroba was called to perform the burial. Ntroba was called to perform the burial rites of the little girl, and she was asked to bring along the rest of her colleague witches and wizards. Paragraph. Rather unfortunately, all save one Mami Ama Nyiaba came along with Ntroba. Both carried the coffin to the cemetery whilst the townsfolk hooted and shouted at them. The victim was finally laid to rest. On July 29th, after the girl's burial, on July 29th, after the girl's burial, Kobna Mfoju, the deceased father, and Kwesi Nwoche, the deceased uncle, went to the Twin City radio studios where they were interviewed. They confirmed the story presented by Francis Nana Koriga Kofi Asoku, Isaman Dash Shama, Western Region. So I don't know where this picture of crawling witches came from. Maybe they are the witches that bewitched the girl or killed the girl. Okay, they're there. Sorry, it's there. Mami Nyiaba left and Mami Ama Ntroba ready to carry the coffin to the cemetery. Mami Nyiaba Ntroba carrying the sick girl, Nana Akrobotu. So you can have a look at the picture again. Nyiaba is to the left and Ntroba to the right. And again, Ntroba carrying the baby. You can see Ntroba carrying the baby. Then here, Nyama to the left and Ntroba to the left, those kneeling down. So, viewers, wonders shall never end. This happened 23 years ago. I don't think it has stopped. They are still happening. I shall end here. And I'll say thank you very, very much. May God bless you. Bye-bye. Au revoir.